Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blessed good morning to you. Once again, Kelly is here to see what we can learn and gather today. So, yesterday I had this kind of thought came to my mind, like I should talk about this today. Now, when it comes to the Bible, I'm not the type of person that knows my Bible very well. Do not ask me to go and find what verse said what, to say this verse is in chapter what. Not that. I'm not that type of person. Not saying that it cannot be learned or done, because there's a lot of people that does that and knows that very well. you know um but I know a few things about the Bible. I know a few things enough to sustain my life. And the Bible did say, study to show yourself approved. And that's one of my fault for not studying to show myself approved. But once again, like I said, I do know a few things about the Bible, things, important things about the Bible that I hold on to. They're like my foundation. They're like the four corners of my wall. Keeps my life up. So the topic for today is there's no God. And if there's a God, where is he? Where does he live? Now, people have asked this question numerous amount of times, even amongst my friends. I hear them say, well, there's no God and stuff like that, and whatever. Or maybe I shouldn't call them my friends. Maybe I should say my associates, because I don't keep very friends out of the simple fact that I am but human, and I don't want to one day wake up and find myself drifted, and I don't know when I drifted. And that's from keeping the wrong friends, hanging out with the wrong people at the wrong place. So I tend to be mindful of whom I allow in my life, no matter who they are, whether they're male or females, whether they're friends or family or you with co-worker, whatever. I tend to mind whom I let into my circle. So, as I said, the topic was there's no God. Here in the Bible, in the King James Version, actually, this is the NIV. I'm looking on my phone on the NIV. I don't have my Bible with me today. I do have my Bible, but it's in my car upstairs. I'm at work. So, Psalms 53 from the NIV says, "The fool says in his heart, there's no God." I repeat, verse 1. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt and their ways are vile. There is there is no one who does good. God looked down from heaven on all of mankind to see if there are any who understand and who seek after him. Verse 2, God looked down from heaven. This is the NIV, New International Version. God looked down from heaven on all of mankind to see if there's any who understand and who seek after God. Everyone has turned away. All have become corrupted. All become corrupted. There is no one who does good, not even one. Let me just go to the King James Version and see what it says. Okay, so the King James Version says, "The fool has said in his heart, there is no God." The fool has says in his heart that no, there's no God. Corrupt are they and have done abominable iniquities. There is none that do good. So the King James Version said, the fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Corrupt are they and have done abominable iniquity. There is none that doeth good. Now, why would the Bible call a person a fool? Why would it say only a fool say in his heart, or only a fool say there's no God? Why would it say that? Now, the I agree. I agree. Only would say that there's no God. Let me first and foremost answer, where is God? And I can only speak on my life. Everybody has their own personal relationship with the Lord. Okay? So, speaking from my own perspective, um, God lives in our common sense. He dwells in our common sense. He dwells inside of our hearts, in our spirit. He dwells in and out of time. That's where he lives. In our common sense, in our spirit, our hearts, in and out of time. Okay? Common sense. Why I say God lives in our common sense? Common sense. Just use it and you'll see him. Okay? Because first and foremost, look at a simple blade of grass. Just a very simple blade of grass. Where did that material come from to make that grass? Where did the material come from to make the grass? How do you even make grass? What is the machine that a person used to make a blade of grass, much more a whole field of grass? What's the machine they used to make the grass? What is the material that is used to make the grass? And how do you go about making the grass? How do you go about making the grass where it lives? It goes in the earth and you can cut it week after week and it grows back. What is that man-made material? Okay, let's go to the trees. Tell me the same thing. What material made that stump? What material made the root? What material made the bark of the tree? What material made the limbs, the leaves? Hmm? What material does that? And who does that? What man, what manner of man or machine does such things? And if there is such a manner of man and machine, why wasn't it documented in any book about this man making the grass? Hmm? And why isn't it done today? Why isn't men making real grass? Not the fake grass that you imitate and make on some football field or in somebody's yard, or you take up the portion of real grass, take it up from the dirt and go lay it in someone's yard so we can catch and form a lawn. A lawn. Huh? How do you make the grass? Humans. How do you make a human? The complexity of a human. How does one do that? They say evolution. Evolution. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. Evolution. I need someone to explain to me what is evolution or whom is evolution. What is evolution? Who is evolution? Because it either got to be a what or a who. It cannot be a thing. It got to be a what or a who. So if evolution is a what, then that means it doesn't have a brain. Does it? Is something with a what? Does that have a brain? I know things with who or who. Like humans who are whom, whatever is a who did this, who put that there, who is classified as a human being. Even if you're talking about something that belongs to someone, you're going to say, whose does this belong to? So, whom or who have a brain? Now, when you talk about evolution, everything had to be thought about and set in place. It can't be no everything just went bam and then the earth formulated and man formulated and everything that's happening in this. Me, myself, as a woman, I'm a very complex, well thought about human being. Okay? Everything about me was well thought about and put together. My ways, my deeds, my action. Look at the complexity of a human, of a woman's system, the way they reproduce, how they hold another being, and give birth to another life, and all these type of stuff. Like who evolution did that? Evolution thought about that. They said, oh, I'm gonna need them to reproduce, so let me make this being with testicles and this one with ovaries. Let's do that. So that means evolution has a brain. So that means evolution is a person. Anywho, anyhow, anyway, let's talk about where God is. Well, yeah, if there's a God and where He is. Like I said, please, someone explain to me about the grass. Where it come from? Who made it? How is it there? Now you can see the grass with your own two eyes, and even if you cannot see, you can go out there and feel it. You can have someone bring you a blade of grass and feel it. Feel the natural living, breathing thing. It's not dead. It's just like the clouds. Look at the clouds. You got eyes. He who have eyes to see, let them see. Look at the clouds. They are moving. They're not just there painted onto the sky. It moves. Day unto day utters speech that God is real, and night unto night utters his wisdom. That's another Bible verse. I don't know where it's from, but it's in the Bible somewhere. Okay? So you look at the clouds in the sky, they're moving right in front of your eyes. And they weren't there in the 7, 8 o'clock p.m. They weren't there. But somewhere along the line, as the clock rotates, as time rotates and move, the clouds come at whatever point of morning. And likewise with the star. They come out at whatever point of the evening. Moon, the sun. Just like the Father said. I leave the sun to rule the day and the moon to rule the night. And that is what is. So why wouldn't I believe what I see? There's not another book or another man to tell me where the sun or the stars came from. There's only one. So if I could see it with my natural eye, why would I disbelieve it? Like, for example, seeing me right here on this computer, and I'm going to say, oh, that's not real. Even though I can see it, I'm going to say, oh, that's not real. So you see these things with your eyes. So I want to know who made them? Where did they come from? Tell me about evolution. Explain to me evolution. Explain to me. What is it? What does it do? Does it think? Does it breathe? Hmm? So when I said God lives in between time and space, when the Bible talks about the earth being created, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. In the beginning of what? In the beginning of what? In the beginning of time. Time, not space, not out of time. You have in time and out of time. Eternity is not a time. Eternity is forever and forever and forever. Infinity, infinite, infinity in whichever way, negativity or positivity, infinity doesn't end. So that is out of time. Infinity does not have a time. So that is out of time. So you have in time and you have out of time. So in the beginning of time, when time was first created, when the days were about to be numbered, uh, before the days were numbered, God was and God is. Because it says in the beginning of time, when God was first about to create time, he came down and hovered over the earth. That was creating time. And then if you continue reading along the line, you'll see how time works. You'll see there's a time and a place for everything. A time and a place for everything. A time to sit and weep, and a time to be happy. A time to be rich and joyful on top of everything, and a time to be sorrowful and poor and broke and not have nothing. So there's a time and a place for everything. Time. Because we live in time, we will die one day when our time gets here. We will die one day when our time is here. So that is the in time and out of time that God lives in and out of. Now, in your spirit and your heart, when you invite the Father, when you invite the Holy Spirit into your being, and you leave room for Him, you can't invite the Father into something that is jumbled up and has no room, no space. If your heart is well filled up, you have no space. You can't even invite a human being into there, much more God. Let's say, for example, you're a student, you're a parent, you work, and then you take care of your parents. So not only do you take care of your children, you take care of your parents who are old and ageable, and then you're in school trying to get a better degree, and you have to go to work to pay the bills, so you're doing all of this. You're doing all of this. That means you're filled up. You're filled up. When do you find time to worship? When do you find time to pray? To sit there and have a little talk with God? When do you find time for anything? So how are you going to expect your heart to be filled? You don't even have room for a man. You don't even have room for a date, a woman. You don't even have room for love from another human being, much more God. People, the things we do and say and think sometimes, it just befalls me. I don't know where we get our thoughts from sometimes, but I know it was taught to us by our ancestors, because we just wasn't born the other day and someone had to raise us. So somewhere along the line, someone has taught us, but we will unlearn them. We will unlearn and relearn, retrain ourselves. Because one thing I got to tell you, when those ancestors and those people were talking about the Lord is coming and the Lord is coming and the Lord is coming, some people say, oh, they've been saying God is coming since 2000 this, since 19 this, and blah, blah, blah. Where is God? Hmm. No man knows the day nor the hour. None except Him. And then if you look at the way time is going, you can tell that something is about to come. Whether it's a destruction or God, but something is coming. Look at the time. Look at the war. The wars and the rumors of war. It told you that in the Bible. In the end time, there will be war and rumors of war, and there will be diseases, and there will be disasters, and children will be having children, and family will be against family, mothers against daughters, and fathers against their sons. Just look. Aren't the babies having babies? Aren't these little 18 and 17 and 14, 15, 16-year old having babies who are not even grown? Please, America, please, people, do not tell me that an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old is grown. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're still babies. Okay? They're young adults. They're not grown. You don't never get grown. Like, come on. Even some people who are in their 40s still act like babies. Much more a 19-year-old who was just finished with high school, who just got off their mother's breast. They're grown. They don't even have the responsibility or the knowledge or the feeling of life as yet, of when life brings you this way of being, you know, abused and used by life and by people, and people who you think are your friends and who care for you, how they deceive and do all type of manner of evil, to show you how life can be, and the bills and the going to work, and they don't know none of that. They're babies. So they are babies having babies. And when they have a baby, they have to go and work to take care of that baby. So that baby is growing up by himself. That baby is growing up by his or herself in front of a TV, in front of cartoons that doesn't even really educate you anymore. These cartoons nowadays, yeah, for the most part, some of them do, but they still have their hidden messages in it. They have their hidden messages in it. Like, for example, one cartoon I saw my little nephew watching. He's 2 years old. So one of the cartoons that his father liked to put on the TV that hurts my spirit so much is when this little cartoon I'm talking about. So, are you eating sugar? Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. Are you eating sugar? No, Papa. When Johnny's mouth is filled with sugar, Johnny's mouth is obviously filled with sugar to the point you can't even hardly hear what he's saying. The sugar is dripping out the side of his mouth. His father asks him, Johnny, Johnny, are you eating sugar? And Johnny's like, no, Papa. That's a lie. Why are you teaching the children to lie? Why did you have to put that part in it for? What's the necessity of that? You teach them how to count and say their ABCs, and then you teach them, oh, you got to tell some lies too. So that's what I mean when I said about these cartoons. Like they give us these hidden messages that takes us down the wrong way. So to not stray, let's go back to what we're talking about. God, the existence of God. Just look. Just look. Just use your eyes. Use your common sense. That is what I have used over the years to determine to me that there is a God. And that's what I told my son too. I have a 17-year-old son. He's very exceptional. He's an exceptional boy. Okay? And that's what I tell him too. When the devil tries to creep into your ears or send someone or something to try to tell you that there's no God, God doesn't exist. Mm? There's no God. God doesn't exist. Look at the sky. Look at the sky in question. What is doing that? The sun, the moon that's up there in the sky for a century. What is keeping it up there? People would say gravity. Gravity. Okay, fine. Gravity. Who made it? Who made gravity? Evolution? Evolution made gravity. Mm, mm. Gravity is just like the wind. Gravity is like the wind. You cannot see it. You cannot see gravity. You can't see it. Show me gravity. What does gravity look like? What does it look like? What does it resemble? You don't know gravity. Mm? We've never seen it before. Just like the wind. Have you seen the wind? Have you ever seen the wind itself? Not when it's showing you that it's there and blowing the trees and the leaves, and you can see the trees swaying and the leaves swaying. Not that time. Even then, you still can't see the wind. You see the trees moving and swaying, and you're like, what's that? What's causing them to do that? The wind? What's the wind? Where is it? What does it look like? Please answer my question. I don't know how to answer that either. What the wind look like? Mm? So the wind in itself is like the Lord. The wind itself is like God. It's like a testament of God, of who God is, how God moves. Feel him, but you can't see him. You feel him, but you can't see him. God is like a toothache. God is like a pain in your system, in your body, in your flesh. God is like a pain. Can you see the pain? When you have a pain, when your head hurts, when your tooth hurts, your belly, wherever, your leg, wherever the pain is, can you see the pain? Can you see the pain? Can you describe the pain? To say, oh, the pain is tall, and the pain is short, and the pain is black, and the pain is white, and the pain has hair, and the pain is a female, or the pain is a male. Can you describe the pain in that type of sense? No, you can't. You can only describe the pain on the intensity of the feeling, the vibration of it. So like the doctors will ask you, what's the level of pain you have from 1 to 5? I mean, from 1 to 10. What's the level of pain? And they'll give you this little chart with these little faces, to show the level of pain, just in case you don't know the number to judge the intensity of the pain. Same thing with God. There are different levels and different intensity of God. And it all depends on how on what you do, on how far you're willing to go, when you're willing to search for him. Seek, and you shall find. When you seek, he'll open the door. When you seek in righteousness, some people go seeking after God. They go seeking after God and they go with all type of preconceived notions, judgments. Mm, let me go see if this God is real as they say. Mm, so they don't go with willingness to learn. They don't go with the openness to be filled. They don't empty their vessels and go see and say, let me go see and see if I can learn something. They go with their vessel already filled up. They say God is good. Let me go see how good this God is. Let me go see how good he is. You don't do that. You'll never find him that way. This one woman, I was saying to her, I need to study my Bible some more. I need to read my Bible and study my Bible some more because I don't really know nothing too much that I should be knowing. That I don't think that's a good thing for you to do because this one guy, he studied and studied and he read and read and studied the Bible so much that he went crazy. He lost his mind. He went mad. He literally went mad from sitting there studying the Bible and reading the Bible. The Holy Spirit said to me, it can't be me because I'm not that wise. Mm? So it got to be the Spirit, the Holy Spirit that lives in me. Says to me, that person wasn't seeking after God. They weren't seeking to know God and to build a relationship with God. Okay, think about it like this, right? You're God, you're God, and you live in a little shed, wherever your shed is, up on top of the peak of a mountain, because you don't want to dwell amongst mankind, because you can't dwell amongst mankind. If you dwell amongst them, they're going to die. They're too righteous and they're filthy, and just your power will kill them. So you dwell on the peak of a mountain and you just watch over them, protect them, care for them, feed them, clothe them, shelter them, guide them, protect them. You do all of that. You're God up on the peak of the mountain in your little shed, right? Now here come one of your children, one of your creation that says, they say God live up there on the mountain. I've been hearing since I was a child that God lives up there on that mountain. I don't believe that. Let me go see for myself. I want to see this God that they say protect us and has been keeping things together and protect us and give us everything that we need. And they say he live up there on the peak of that mountain. I'm going up there. I want to see this God. You've never heard about no ancestors going up there before because you've heard about why you shouldn't go up there. Don't go up there because it's dangerous. We're sinful. And if we go close to him, we'll die. So don't go up there. You're like, please. They say that. I'm going to go see for myself. I'm gonna go see for myself. I want to see what this guy look like. I want to see what this guy can do. I want to see if I get close to him, if I'm gonna die, as they say. Just like Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. But let's not go there right now. Let's take here for a second. So you decide to go up on the hill, or they decide to come up on the hill to come see you. What do you think you would do? I mean, if I was in God's shoes, what I would do is I would either take that person's life, to be honest with you, because you're foolish. So I would let you come into my presence and you'll die because you're sinful. And I'm holy and I'm righteous. And if you see me, if you get close to me, you will pass away. So I will let you do that. I'll allow you to kill your own self. Or I'll just struck you with dumbness, blindness, something, and send you right back down there for everybody to see what the consequences are for trying to do what you just did. That's what I would do. But when you go and seek God with righteousness, like for example, that person, that same scenario, and this person is like, oh, I love, want to be in His presence. I want to be close to Him. I want to know Him more. My grandmother told me this about Him and told me that about Him, and I just want to know more about Him. I'm just in love with this God, and I just want to be closer to Him. And you ask the Lord, Father, would you just give me the permission to get closer to you, to be closer to you? Please, I want to know you more. I want to love you more. I want to feel you more. I want to be able to speak for you. I want to be able to tell people about you. Reveal yourself to me. Show me you so I can tell people about you. Show people who you are. And you go to God with that humility, with that empty vessel in that manner, He will fill you up. He's a just and faithful God. But you go with Him with arrogance, it's no telling what you'll come back with, my friends. So yes, 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 there is a God. And I can tell you for a fact there is a God because I know Him. I've heard Him before. I've heard Him more than one time. I've heard His voice on more than one occasion since I was 12 years old. I've heard the voice of the Father more than one occasion. He helped me to fix this car of mine, like all of these things. But as, I'm not going to get into that story right now, into that history, into my history, my her story. I'm not going to get into my her story right now. It's already 30 something minutes. Like I said, I am at work. I want to finish up what I'm doing, get ready to go so I can get things in line, get some more study in today for my schoolwork. Thanks be to the Lord, you know. So people, in all things, just keep the Lord first. Just ask. You ain't got to know Him right now. Like, you ain't got to know Him like, oh, I don't know God. That's fine. That's fine. Seek Him. Go seek after Him. Go ask to know Him. Go ask to know Him. Go read the Bible. Go study the Bible. Go read books. Go look at, go lay down. Go lay down on the ground and look in the sky. Look on the heavens. I used to do that. I used to get out of my house and go on the field with my pillow at night, way in the night, like at 12 o'clock, 11, 12 o'clock at night. I would just get up, leave out my house, and walk across a little field, go in a little open field, and I would lay there on my pillow, and I would just look up into the sky, into the night sky, on all the thousands of beautiful stars and the moon, and the beautiful black eye that the stars just fill it, and just it's just like a beautiful garment, and I would just look there and lay there and just look, and I would just be in awe. I would be in awe of the brilliance of God. I would just be in awe. So you want to see God, you want to know God, you want to find out if He's there. Take some time off from your busy schedule. Take some time off from your busy life. Make a little time for Him and seek Him with righteousness and seek Him with what you have. Do not go pretending with the Lord and to the Lord and seeking Him with things that you don't have or don't know. Empty your cup, empty your vessel, and go to Him and He'll fill it for you. He'll fill it for you. I could tell you a million things about my life that I know that God is. I could tell you a million things why I know and how I know that God is. He is. And don't worry, we'll see them and know them and learn them as we go day by day. We'll learn more and more. So, once again, this is your girl, Kelly Love. That's my name, Kelly Love. I've been calling myself Kelly Love for like long for years. I've been writing it a certain way, Kelly Love, because I'm just filled with love. I have so much love for people, and I have so much love for God's creation, no matter what it is, whether it's the trees, the earth, the animals, people. I just have so much love for it. This is one way you honor God, by having love for the things that He has created. That's another way of honoring the Lord. You know what I'm saying? So I love you. I love you, love you, love you with the love of Christ. I love you. Y'all go out there, have a blessed. Y'all go out there, have a wonderful and productive day, and know that the Lord Himself is with you, and He watches over you, and He protects you from all harm and danger. Mm? Have a good day, y'all. Mwah.